What's up, guys? This is Alex Chu, coming at you with another episode. In this episode, I want to talk about it's a movie review. You know, I just saw something worthwhile, so I want to talk about it. It's The Greatest Showman. Okay, you know, portrayed by Hugh Jackman. It was a story about B.T. Barnum, the guy who created freak shows and modern American circus. I think it was like right before World War II. Yeah, it was like not World War. It was Civil War. Before Civil War started. But anyway, I want to tell you that my name is Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented the physical immortality rings. These are the rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. These are plastic covering magnets. You wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. You know. If you go to my website, 80% of my Amazon customers review. They give me 5 stars or 4 star. 80% of them. Okay. If you want to find out more about these rings that can keep you alive forever, you go to livemuchlonger.com. Livemuchlonger.com. Now let's talk about that movie, The Greatest Showman. Oh, I didn't watch it in theater. I watched it on Netflix. You know, I got a DVD. I have to say. At first I was skeptical, you know. At first I was skeptical. I didn't think, come on, you know, it couldn't be that good. But then after I watched it, it was actually pretty good. It was the choreography. I like the way how they dance. You know, they're dancing very modern. The choreography, everything is good, and then the storytelling is good. It moves you. It moves. There are really no boring moments. You know, I think the movie it's enjoyable. You know, it's a family film. I highly recommend it, but there's a huge flaw of this movie that's the reason why I decided I'm going to make a video I want to talk about this flaw of this movie, okay? I mean, you know what's the biggest flaw? The biggest flaw is, after I finish watching the movie, I'm like, hey, god damn it, I don't remember one single song from that movie. Now, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. If you're talking about a musical, like a musical, you know, like Broadway, or a musical produced into a movie, you don't remember one single song from that musical or from that movie, then you have a huge problem. Then you're not classic. Then you cannot be classic anymore. You understand? It's like I finished watching. I just watched a movie yesterday, you know, and today I don't remember a goddamn song from that movie. That's a huge problem. You know why? Because usually you watch a musical, right? Doesn't matter if it's a movie or it's Broadway. For example, you know, My Fair Lady. Everybody, after just one watch, you just watch the musical once, My Fair Lady, or watch the movie once, right? Immediately, when you can remember, you know, all I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air. Warm face, warm feet, warm hands, wouldn't that be lovely? Everybody remembers it. You know, people walk out of the theater from My Fair Ladies, you know, they're exiting the theater, and they're all humming that tune. I would have danced all night, I would have danced all night, and still would beg for more. Right? They remember it. I mean, see, if you produce a musical and then you make music that nobody can remember, then what a fucking waste, you know? Why make it into a musical if you don't expect people to remember your songs? I don't remember a goddamn song from that The Greatest Showman. Not a single song, not a goddamn song. I mean, I think the problem is it's too pop. It's too modern, too pop, you know. I mean, every one of the songs from The Greatest Showman sounds like a automobile commercial, you know, like somebody's trying to sell you Toyota. You know, the 2018 Toyota, 2018 Honda. They try to sell you automobile. Yeah, I'm serious. Every one of their songs sounds like a commercial music, you know? And their songs could be used for anything. They could sell you cars, they could sell you condoms, they could sell you like iPhones or iPads, or they could sell you food, you know, using their song, you know? It's just that very, very modern techno pop music, you know? That it's like, fucking, you hear that shit everywhere. You know, you turn on radio, you hear similar shit. You know, you hear a similar tune. you turn on YouTube. Sometimes, you watch YouTube, they have commercial before you get to watch the link, and you hear that shit everywhere, man. So that's the problem, See, they say, oh yeah, I understand what they're trying to do because this is a modern age, It's like nowadays, nobody really wants to hear a classical musical anymore, For example, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, my name, I call myself. They don't want to hear that anymore. I understand. It's because that's too classical. It's considered too old. It's like, oh man, people hear that shit and people say, oh, that's so 1950s. Come on. That's so 1960s. Come on. Nobody produced that kind of music anymore. It gotta be hip. It gotta be hip hop, sort of. It gotta be techno. But no, I think, for example, Lloyd Webber, his songs, if you look at his songs, for example, the Phantom of Opera, right? That's hip. It's pretty hip. It's pretty modern, For example, the Phantom of the Opera is here inside your mind. Everybody remember that song, right? You understand? My power over you grows stronger yet. Right? People remember it. And for example, another Lloyd Webber's, the same Phantom of Opera, he sing that the point of no return. Past the point of no return, the end of threshold, the bridge is crossed and stand and watch it burn. It's like you walk out of the theater, you remember that shit. You understand? You remember that tune, and you be walking out of the theater still humming that tune, still mesmerizing. Ooh, the musical, the scene, and then the costume. You still, walking out of that theater feeling really good. Feeling you're still part of the stage or something, And in this the Greatest Showman, I think the most disastrous song was sung by that woman, Jenny. I forgot I don't know the actress' real name, but she was acting as she was trying to portray Jenny Lin in real life. She was on stage. She's supposed to be an opera singer, and then she was on stage and she started singing like she started post some what do you call that I forgot the actress' name, but anyway, I think her songs. I mean, she's a good singer, but then I don't know. I don't remember none of her songs. It's a disaster because I don't remember none of that shit. She did not sing anything that allows me to remember. Allows me to identify. For example, another one of these. For example, if you compare to Lloyd Webber again, Lloyd Webber's Phantom of Opera again, there was this scene, right? This woman, Christy Dias, she's supposed to sing the first time on stage, Think of me fondly when you will say goodbye. It's like people walk out of the theater humming that tune, You don't have to remember the lyric, but then you have to remember the tune, you have to remember the melody. See, that's the problem with The Greatest Showman, I don't remember a goddamn single song, man. Man, what a shame. It's a good movie, though. Too bad I don't remember none of its songs. I think nowadays a lot of musicals are making that kind of mistake. For example, another one is Frozen. I watched the Frozen movie. The only goddamn thing I remember is that part. Let it go, and that's it. That little part. I don't even remember the whole song. I just remember that let it go, that little part right there. Usually when I watch a musical, for example, let's talk about, I don't know, West Side Story, let's talk about that, I remember every one of their songs, I mean, after I watch it once, I remember every one of their songs, Tonight, Da, 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 da. I saw you and the world went away. I remember that. That's very easy to remember, right? And then they have this America thing. You remember these things, you know. I don't know. I think maybe they have to hire better composers, you know. They have to hire better composers. Somebody who knows how to compose. Somebody who knows how to put, you know, music together to make people remember it, you know. So this would eventually become a classic, you understand? If people don't even remember your goddamn songs, I mean, how the hell can you become a classic, right? You spend so much money making this movie, might as well make it into a classic, man. I don't remember none of your goddamn songs. How are you going to become a classic, alright? So I hope somebody out there, somebody like VIP, somebody really important in this industry, you know, in this music industry, you know, and you're some kind of director and shit. You're making movie, you're making exactly this kind of movie, you know, or better yet, you know, the director of this film was, you know, watching this video, hearing to my comments. I hope you remember that from now on, you know. You gotta make it into a classic. In order to do that, you have to allow the audience to remember the songs, you know. We don't remember the songs, you failed. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please leave a comment.